Hey there, Capricorn, and welcome to your October 2025 tarot reading. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from this beautiful Salvador Dali deck. That's fun. Okay, so the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Coins just came flying out of the deck. I have a private community channel and the card of October was the 10 of Pentacles. Now, I'm recording on the 1st of October and this was the card that came through for the collective on my channel. And the signature that I picked up on from that was that something is culminating for you, possibly this month, a success story. There could be something coming up around generational wealth or family business or negotiating contracts. There is some sort of a culminating, the end of a successful chapter is being highlighted for you. And I said that was really relevant for me when I was including myself on the private community channel, because I'm most likely culminating my pregnancy in October, the end of October, if not early November. So the 10 of Pentacles suggests to me, Capricorn, that this month you're bringing something to a successful close. Something is highlighted, part of your success story, but also part of your legacy. Like, what did you come here to do? What did you come here to create? What do you want to be known for? So we could be seeing for you career highs or special interest in you this month. But let's pull 3 cards and I will clarify the messages with another deck throughout this reading. Speaking of October and this reading, we've just made it through a really pivotal September, and that was due in large part to a couple of eclipses that fell in September. And if you want to go deeper into your eclipse season story, which is part of a bigger storyline for you, I will link that video exclusive for you, Capricorn, down below, and that's going to look at the energy from late August into early October, but also looking forwards towards February and March of next year. But let's just get into what is coming up for you now, here and now. I have the Knight of Wands. I have the High Priest. We see this as the Hierophant quite a lot. And this 10 of Pentacles really wants to show up for you. This really is a energy that is about excellence this month for you. The celebration of all of your hard work and effort, the fruits of your labor. So enjoying even more resources, more money, more status, more influence potentially than you were expecting, or that possibly is just kind of long overdue for the sign of Capricorn. And there is a humbleness that maybe is missing here, because the High Priest, sometimes the High Priest triggers me a little bit because they're that kind of Hierophant. They're the sort of know-it-all, you know, they think they know better than me and they want to sort of dictate and posture themselves as morally superior. And the Knight of Wands can be a little Sagittarian energy coming through. This can be very philosophical, kind of highbrow, somewhat self-righteous at times. So are you dealing with these kind of people? Or because of your trajectory and you're very high flying, or there's a lot of prospect here for you, there's a lot of potential here for you and recognition, is that something that you're working on, being more humble at this time with the significant blessings that are well deserved by you and being awarded to you? Just some food for thought. So more mundanely, the Knight of Wands suggests a really busy period of your life has been underway, and that you've worked really hard and efficiently and trusting in your journey with a great deal of purpose and direction. You have this kind of hunter energy around you lately, Capricorn, which tells me like you were not going to give up. You felt highly motivated. There could have been a lot of travel with the Knight of Wands, a lot of commuting. This is a past energy, so this is just showing you as a character that has had a lot of get up and go and speed and momentum driving you forwards towards your goal. Some of you, this goal in October is looking like it's steadying out. The High Priest is quite grounded in a sense. There isn't really a whole lot of change. Now, worst case scenario, which I'm not seeing because it's not in reverse, would potentially be a rigidity or stubbornness here. More so what I see is your final work or your goal or your everything you've been Knight of Wandsing around the place to achieve is reaching a kind of final draft, or this is how it's going to look, and you can kind of see the outcome here now. And in October, you may be presenting this to others, you may be instructing others, teaching, preaching, presenting on this. It could have something to do with the physical body or agriculture, or it could have something to do with the economy. You know, it's a Taurus energy, so there's something to do with something very fundamental. This is something that people need, want, have always needed and wanted. It's somewhat of a tried and true model. So I think you've got, well, let me just say a bit more generally, I think this is a safe bet for you. And I think that the Ten of Pentacles really highlights that this is going to be a very worthy testament to what you've been all about, what you've been motivated towards and working hard towards. And I think you've been showboating a little bit. I think you've been showing off and flexing, and why not? That's what I'm picking up on anyway. Feel free to disagree. So let's start pulling some more cards to clear this up. Now this would be a great time for you to hit that subscribe button and let me know if you resonate with this reading so far, or at any point you can always like this video, drop a comment. I want to clear up the Knight of Wands now. The World and the Devil, that's very Saturnian and Capricorn energy. The Devil was stuck to the King of Pentacles. I'm going to take all three because the King of Pentacles is associated with Taurus, just like the Hierophant. So, you know, a lot of earth energy in this reading. So the focus for you has been and will continue to be this October on your money, on your legacy, on what you're building, on who you're becoming, on the kind of person you want to be known for. This is something really grounded, but at the same time elevated and exalted. Like this is a very, this is a really like potential. There's a lot of potential around you. There's a lot of like becoming, and it's striving for greatness. I really see that at this time in your life. You're ready for, you know, taking up this kind of seat on your throne, so to speak. You're ruled by Saturn, Capricorn, which the World card is associated with, and then the Devil is your major arcana card. So I think that there's a testament to you. Some of you may be being awarded or receiving a testimony this month, or have been really lately, you know, getting your name on a plaque or on something like that. You may be being presented with something, or your name and what you're all about is just being put out there more. Maybe you've made a domain for your business, or you've launched a website. There's just something about you that is being practically implemented. So I might go on a website and see that Capricorn, you're in the list of available people to hire and your name is out there, something like that. So you may be a person at this point in your life that is in the position to endorse, invest in, and kind of put your name on something in a way that is associated with the long term and legacy. So these are really long-term energies. And if that's not quite what's happening for you right now, there is something about your motivations and goals that are really kind of, you're not thinking about anything wishy-washy or quick. You're thinking about what I'm doing now, what Capricorn is doing now, is potentially what I'll be doing forever, or in some way, shape, or form, like I'll be on this journey with this strategy, and this is kind of the world you're creating. And a part of this project or journey for you, World card is the final deck, or final card in the deck, I should say. Like, there's something about this that is coming to completion. A part of your journey, speaking a bit more broadly, has reached mastery now, and the king is there. You know, you're at the top of your game somehow. And that's not to say that there's like the only way to go from the top of your game is elsewhere. There's a maintenance here, but it is sustainable. It's built to last because of the structure that you're putting in place, because of the rules and boundaries and self-discipline. You understand your limits and you understand the limitations of others, and you are able to work with this really well. Working too much might be the devil, overworking. Watch out for that. That could have been lately a pitfall of yours. And then you say, well, you know, it paid off financially or in terms of a sense of accomplishment. I think that you might be struggling with the balance of having downtime and free time, not to stereotype you or not to pick up on a stereotype of Capricorn, of course. But I also did pick up the invitation is there to find some sort of a humbleness here. And the only reason I say that is because, look, this is a really great feat, and you're on this kind of possibly a pedestal now. And I get the impression that you'll be in a very comfortable position. So just being aware of your journey and all of the efforts it's taken for you to get here. So the only other thing that can happen when you've been on the rise like you have for quite some time now, the devil card might be your way to blow off steam, way to find that balance between all of this hard work and your need for balance and freedom and enjoyment. So potentially the ways that you blow off steam, the devil card, may not be the healthiest. The high priest, well, if there's one person in the deck that would point out these devilish, sinful ways, it would be this high priest. I told you, he can be a bit triggering. Another king and the strength card. But you know what? All jokes aside, this is a time for you in your world where you're really at the top of your game. The strength card is kind of dominance, isn't it? It's the best of the best. It's the reigning stock. It's the reigning kind of whatever, who's the most popular, this, that, or the other. Every niche in the world has their reigning champion. And to me, this is suggesting a sense of, you know, accomplishment, mastery, but a real dominance in your industry or in your prowess at the moment. The strength card has a lot of influence and sway. So, I mean, yeah, that's great. That is really great for you. The physical body is looking good at the moment, dare I say, or maybe there is a desire for improvement there. The high priest, that Taurian energy, very, very associated with the physical vessel, and the strength card shows a lot of prowess and also vitality and strength, of course. So this might be something that your focus is on at this time. Strengthening, conditioning, and feeling really motivated towards health and well-being, and maybe even seeing improvements there in October. the King of Cups, so we've got Leo, Scorpio, and the High Priestess Taurus. So we have, as well as a lot of earth energy, which suggests to me a focus on your structures, your stability, your long-term plans and goals. We're also bringing in a component of the fixed modality and fixed energy like Scorpio, Leo, Taurus. All we're missing now is Aquarius. That's all about going the distance. That's about the fulfillment, you know. That's about bringing things to their close, starting what we finish, conserving our energy and narrowing it down on the goal until that's completed, rather than scattering our energy and picking up all these other bits and pieces. You're finishing what you started, prioritizing the main affair, and maybe even this month you're kind of like rubbing shoulders with other people that are inspiring for you. The King of Cups could be a helpful ally that emerges for you this October. They could help you get something over the line in terms of business, legal matters, in terms of like if you had to gain approval of something, I don't know, for a permit or planning permission, or some way that there is a more delicate go-between this October. They could come out of the woodwork as somebody in your industry or a friend that owes you a favor, or they may be a stranger to you. But I think that that King of Cups is going to show up for you this month and be somebody who really helps you achieve your means and get the end result that you're looking for. And the end result, that's the Ten of Pentacles, right? So you're really headed towards something, and I think that I could run the risk of repeating myself too much, so let's just pull 2 more cards. Just know you have so much influence and sway at this time in your life. So there's the Aquarian energy we were waiting for, right? With the Star card. Love it. The Empress and Aquarius, King of Swords. So we're seeing so many kings. All of these kings in the reading might suggest, you know, that you're dealing with a lot of important people this month, or maybe you're dealing with a lot of masculine energy. Men or masculine energy, people that, anybody who just asserts themselves, pushes forward, puts themselves out there, you know, doesn't wait around to get the answers or needs met. They just go for it and take action. This is the kind of focus for you that's coming up. And the King of Swords, I mean, 3 kings in the reading, really, really strong. Even though we don't have the King of Wands here, the 4th king, we do have the Strength card. So this sort of balance of all of the elements, earth, water, fire, air now, in terms of mastery, tells me like you're a pro at communication, you are seen as a leader, your heart's in the right place, and you've got the resources to back it up. So to me, I really don't see any room for, at least in your eyes, a failure here. This is a month that this is an eclipse season potentially, that is setting you up for long-term success. And I really think that you're going to see a lot of this occur in October leading into November. The Empress softens this reading in a way which I think is good, because she is more reflective and more, what would I say about this? There's a softness here because there is a going within and a recognition that you deserve this, that you're worth this and more. And the more you can cultivate the Empress energy, gratitude for all the abundance that you have, the bigger this Ten of Pentacles manifestation might look like, or it might look for you. So I love that. Dreams and wishes can come true for you this month, but it's not due to any like wishy-washiness, like I said, or luck. This has just been dedication, perseverance, striving for greatness, and settling for absolutely nothing less. And I hope that it manifests for you in such a way. The King of Swords towards the end of the month might be a person that comes in with this final say. They may present you with the piece of paper you have to sign or the contract. They might tell you that, Capricorn, you know, congratulations. Or they might come in and sort of say, now that you've done all that, you know, there's a limit to how much further you can go. They may really appear to you as a symbol of, this is it. Like, I have reached the peak here and I can sustain this for as long as I want. And then that will just be a matter of, I don't know, months, years, decades down the line when you personally feel a stagnation. But I feel like for a lot of you, you are just kind of being promoted, elevated, or exalted to a position that, you know, you would be proud to be in for a long, long time. Okay, so that's what I've got for you, Capricorn, and I'll see you soon.